Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back for another strategy spotlight video with the Terminator. Last week I did a video showcasing Ultimate Admiral Age of Sail with its immersive and tactical naval battles, fabulous variety of ships, and fresh take on colonial era warfare. The company that developed it, Gamelabs, was headed up by none other than the legendary Total War modder Darth Vader, who created the Darthmods we all love and adore across the many Total War titles. In today's video though, I'll be spotlighting the brilliant Ultimate General Civil War, arguably the land battle equivalent of Age of Sail, which has some seriously brilliant battle gameplay to get stuck into, especially as it's set during the American Civil War. I'll be taking you through all the key features, what you can expect from the game, and why you absolutely need to try it out. So let's get started. Ultimate General Civil War has its humble beginnings as an early access expansion to the original Ultimate General Gettysburg, which was kind of more like a first-time try into independent development for Total War modder Darth Vader and the company Gamelabs. Civil War was released back in 2017 with the aim of expanding out the playable historical battles beyond just Gettysburg, adding custom battle scenarios for the battle to play a variety of different types, and of course include a campaign, which, while linear in nature just like an Age of Sail, does still tie in all the battles with some engaging mechanics. It's been developed and updated over the years to become the polished game we have today, with dozens of hours of Civil War fun, and to be honest, from the sound design to the intuitive UI to the scale of the battles and the tactically savvy AI, it's all very, very impressive. Of the historical battles available, we have the first and second battles of Bull Run, battles of Shylock, Gaines Mill, Malvern Hill, and Antietam. We have the battles of Fredericksburg and Stones River, Chancellorsville and Gettysburg, and finally Chickamauga and Cold Harbor. Each of these come with historically accurate maps, terrain, start positions for various army groups, and challenges, and they all do a really nice job of overall realistically representing the authentic feel of the famous American Civil War battles. On the campaign side of things, just like in Ultimate Admiral Age of Sail, we have a linear campaign that involves you embarking on the either Confederate or Union journey to defeating your enemy in a series of these battles, as well as some optional minor battles as well. Each is tied in together with a series of rewards, money, reputation, etc., which you then use to upgrade your army, enlist new soldiers to fill in the ranks you've lost, and refurbish your equipment and ammunition to fight more effectively in the battlefield. While the campaign does involve some player engagement, it's important to remember here that this isn't really anything like Total War. There is no grand scale strategy. There are options to edit the regiments of your command, from number of soldiers to types of guns and cannons, and each regiment can gain experience through battles you fight. So there is an element of preserving those units you value most and not filling them with brand new recruits. But aside from these kinds of mechanics, the campaign is really more like a top-down additional layer to give you a better chance of winning your battles. Where Ultimate General Civil War really stands out though, of course, are the battles themselves, and trust me when I say that even if you've never been that interested in American Civil War history, the battles alone are a good enough reason to pick this game up and try out. You have some brilliant mechanics to keep in mind when you're fighting your battles, from unit morale, efficiency, and stamina to the supply wagon, which if positioned in the right spots on the battlefield can resupply your troops with ammunition, or the brilliant sound and visual effects, the terrain. The battles in Civil War are really great fun to play, and especially in this ranged infantry style warfare is miles ahead of anything Total War has ever come up with. Easily though, one of my favorite features are the different types of battles in Civil War. Some battles are naval and land combined with an assault on a hill fort. Some battles you have to weave your troops through swampy and foresty areas. Others are more massive in scale, with tens of thousands of men fighting on either side, stretched across a vast area of large to small skirmishes. It's just amazing. It performs well, and the variety here always keeps me interested and engaged battle to battle. Just like Age of Sail, the other aspect of this game that really impresses me is the AI. When it knows it has a numbers advantage against one side of the battlefield, it will push up and start raining fire on you. It knows how to use height advantage, how to use cavalry or fortifications. It responds to rapid losses of infantry and pulls back to get reserves into the fight. The AI at times is challenging enough that it can inflict some heavy losses if you're not paying enough attention, and that ultimately leads to some difficult decisions to make on the campaign when you're looking to spend your money, which is really nice to see. Often in other games like this, especially in Total War, Empire, or Napoleon, you'll find the AI kind of knows what it's doing, but generally doesn't make use of any sort of tactical approach to fighting you other than beelining for your closest unit. Whereas here in Civil War, you can find yourself ambushed near a patch of forest, up against enemy infantry firing at you from across a river, and making good use of artillery. It's very impressively done and is a really nice fresh take on this type of warfare. The other major aspect of Civil War that I love is how involved you are as the player. You need to keep an eye on the morale and cover of each unit in the bottom left here. You need to make sure units aren't running out of ammo or that there is a supply wagon nearby restocking them. You need to be aware of the elevation of terrain, what positions are advantageous, or how to position your navy. All of these things and more make the battles more immersive and give you a lot more management of the battles, which is a really great thing. The UI is clear and intuitive, the battles come with objectives that give a nice layer of incentive, and it all just looks visually good too. The final thing to mention about the game is, of course, as with other games in the series, there are some bugs that aren't ideal and that won't get fixed. There are some scaling issues which many people find difficult to wrap their heads around, and the campaigns are actually quite difficult. Like, even on the easiest difficulty setting, you'll have a hard time beating the first few missions if you're trying out for the first time. The game does have a modding community, an active modding community that fixes some or many of these issues, from full overhauls to make things more historically accurate to more minor mods that fix specific things here and there, which is definitely a nice to have. But as always, I'd recommend you try the game vanilla first to see how you feel. Overall, Ultimate General Civil War is a really fun game. Yes, there are some areas that could have been a bit better, but the pros definitely outweigh the cons to provide hundreds of hours of polished American Civil War gameplay. While the campaign is on the lighter side of what games like Empire or Napoleon Total War might provide, the battles are really well done and definitely worth trying out for alone. And that's it for today, guys. Every once in a while, I spotlight fantastic games out there that are as good, if not better, than anything you might get in Total War. I've dropped a link to the Steam page in the video description, and if you've thought about getting it, or if I've convinced you today, now is a great time because it is on sale with 75% off, which is massive. I really hope you enjoyed this video and found it informative. If you did, give it a like and drop any thoughts or questions in the comments section below. Subscribe for more strategy spotlights just like this, and thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.